much in what? Asset allocation. Very simple. For younger people, 20 to 25% has to be in fixed income, the rest has to be. I've given a range, 20 to 35, depending on if you feel that 20% is just too little or 80% is too much for equity, you can choose. But if you follow this 80-20 and you do a simple calculation, if you get 14% return, which I talked about in Sensex, even if you get 14% return on the 80% part of your portfolio, alright, you're making 11.2%. And if you get 8% return on the 20% part of your portfolio, you get 1.6. 1.6 plus 11.2, 12.8%. I have assumed only 10%. So you do 12.8% compounding, the figure is going to be so phenomenal that you will retire thanking me when you are 40. Equity mutual funds earns the highest return, beats inflation, creates wealth. The reason why we need to take that into account is the killing effect of inflation every single day, every single minute, which we do not realize. If you start with 1 crore of rupees at 7% inflation, the value of your money is down to 11 lakhs after 30 years. You start with 1 crore of rupees at 10% inflation, the value of your money is down to just 4.38 lakhs after 30 years. You invest in a product that beats inflation, that is more than 10%, that is more than 7%, you can reverse this process. You can protect your wealth and the money grows through compounding. A lot of people do not understand this and are happy to see a lot of money in the bank FDs. For them it's a killer because they're getting low returns and they're facing high inflation, which effectively leads to a capital loss. It's a different kind of loss. It's not an absolute loss. It's a relative loss of purchasing power. What is the inflation rate now? 9.36. CPI urban. That is consumer price inflation urban. Effective inflation is how much? Nobody knows. My guess is it's 11% plus. Because the inflation that affects us, the items of expenses that affect us is not calculated by the CSO to calculate the inflation and show it every year. I mean, till about 18 months ago, you didn't have a CPI urban and rural, which you have today, right?